Okay, just a quick roundup of what has transpired this week in the ICI. First of all, the Independent Commission continued with its case build-up through coordination with relevant government agencies, in particular evidence gathering and case build-up with regard to its mandate to look into the anomalous infrastructure projects. Now, aside from that, the ICI also continued its support and participation in the drafting of a law which would grant additional powers to a commission that will eventually be created by law that will investigate, as I said, the anomalous infrastructure projects. So last December 9, the ICI attended the Senate plenary session wherein Senate Bill number 1512 was discussed. I think this is the proposed Independent People's Commission. So the commission attended that and participated in the discussion. On the same day, December 9, 2025, 2 days ago, the commission received 48 boxes of documents from the Philippine National Police, or PNP, relative, again, to the ongoing investigation being done by the commission on the anomalous infrastructure projects. This is in relation also to the partnership of the ICI and the PNP, wherein the PNP was tasked to gather documents and evidence that will help the commission in its ongoing investigation. Now, yesterday, December 10, 2025, the commission requested from the AMLC documents pertaining to several construction companies that were allegedly involved in these projects or infrastructure projects. The details of which I am constrained not to share with you right now because of confidentiality.
How many?
No number yet. Okay. We will continue. The commission will continue with its hearing and investigation. Hearing in particular on up to December 15. But this will be subject to confirmation by the resource persons that will be invited. Nevertheless, the commission will continue with its case build-up, except that the fact that the hearings will will not continue in the meantime. So last December 9 also, there was an asset recovery technical working group virtual meeting that was supposed to take place, but the same was postponed and will resume on a later date. The commission is continuously coordinating with the various agencies, as I mentioned earlier, the Philippine National Police, the NBI, and tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang trabaho dito sa ICI. Because we know the urgency, we are aware of that urgency, and we will continue. As the chairman said, that up to probably the possible last day in December, we will continue to work. So with that, I will now be entertaining several questions from the media. Okay, Johnson.
Sir, Johnson. Sir, sa bagay ng ICI based din sa executive order, hanggang kailan ba talaga ang possible existence ng government?
Okay, malinaw naman sa Executive Order 94, meron tayong sunset clause dun, wherein it says that the commission will continue to exist until the purpose for which it was created is achieved. Functus officio nga yun yung tinatawag sa legal term, upon the completion of its mandate or until earlier dissolved by the President. That is very clear in the Executive Order.
Pero sir, your budget is only to December, di ba?
Yes.
So anong gagawin niyo? You will request for 2016 budget?
Yes, of course. Until we have the Executive Order is very clear, malinaw naman doon. we will be requesting our budget for 2026 so that we'll be able to continue with our work.
Doon sa 41 million na binanggit dati na budget ninyo, downloaded na po yun nasa inyo?
Right now, upon confirmation with the land bank, the downloaded funds is around 39 based on the notice of cash allocation. We will be probably waiting for the balance, but nevertheless, that amount is very much welcome. In fact, the commission is busy now on the administrative side because we want to make sure that all the staff here will be able to finally receive the salaries before Christmas.
Sir, last na lang. Do you have the written consent na of Congressman Marcos for the video recording ng kanyang executive session?
Upon checking this morning, we haven't received any yet.
But did you ask for the written?
No, no. Well, we were told, but until we received it, actually, then we learned. But until we received it, actually, then we will inform you upon receipt of that letter.
Next month.
Yes.
Hi,
Yeah.
sir, may we know who are the resource persons that we will invite for the coming hearings until December 15th?
Yeah. As per practice, we will inform you a day before because we are still waiting for their confirmation.
Okay. Sir, just clarify, kailangan ba muna natin makahanap ng replacement for Commissioner Singson before we can conduct the hearings after December 15th?
Well, right now, the directive coming from the commission is that we will hear until December 15, which will coincide with the date provided by Secretary or Commissioner Babe Singson. But probably we will know if there's really a need to continue with the hearings, regardless of a replacement or not. Then you will know if we will continue with the hearings or inviting resource persons, regardless of whether or not there is a replacement having been appointed by the President. Because despite of the fact that Commissioner Babe Singson has resigned, there would still be the chairman and of course Commissioner Fajardo. That would be two out of the three commissioners in the ICM.
Sir, good afternoon. Good afternoon po.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Tanong ko lang, sir. Yun nga, pinapush na yung Independence People's Commission app, sir, sa mga mamamalas natin, sir.
Again.
Hindi ba madodoble yung work ng ICI and of course the Ombudsman kung sakaling mabuo na yung grupo sa nagawa na yung bala, sir?
Well, I believe complementary, nagtutulungan yung dalawang agencies in that manner. Because nakita naman ninyo, and it was discussed before the media and of course the public, that we're looking at a very big universe, meaning nasa mga 238,000. So if the mandate is to look into these infrastructure projects, then the more people looking at it, then the better. So hindi naman yan, it is complementary.
Sir, pagdating sa mga members, kung sakaling magiging batas na yung act na yun, yung ICI, sir, so papalitan din mga members? Or...
Well, it depends on the final outcome of the bill that will be passed, if ever it is passed and becomes law. No? So hintayin natin kung anong nakasulat dun sa final version na magiging batas.
But the Commission is supporting that, sir?
Of course. Nakita naman ninyo lahat, and it's not a secret, that there are certain powers and authority that would be good sa investigation na to, no? And according to Secretary Bates, and in fact he appeared before you last week, no? It would indeed be a welcome additional powers as far as the Commission is concerned, or the future Commission is concerned, because these additional powers will really be able to ferret the truth, malaman kung ano ba talaga yung totohanan, ano ba talaga nangyari, and eventually make those responsible accountable and bring back the money to the people.
Good morning po.
Yeah.
Sir, couple of things muna doon sa sabi niya. Di ba dati nag-release tayo ng subpoena? Even if wala pang confirmation response dun sa kabilang party, do you know kung may palabas na kayo ng subpoena for several personal release?
Invitations were sent out, but I said that as per practice by the commission now, we will inform you a day before or the morning upon confirmation, because we don't want naman na magbigay ng information tapos hindi rin matutuloy. We will inform you once confirmation is made.
Sir, kay Kong Sandro, you said picked up you were told or you learned what?
According to Johnson, there was a letter of consent. So as far as that is concerned, we haven't received that yet.
But meron po kayong alam ng ICI na susulat siya or?
Wala naman. Ang inaano nga yung tanong, if there's a letter, there was no letter received by the...
None yet.
Yeah.
But if he does give the consent, you will air the Congressman Santos testimony?
Yes, of course, we will. That will be discussed by the commission, and of course, upon their decision, then we will. If the decision is to share the video, then we will share it to the media.
So sa
YouTube yun. So ipopost namin doon.
I propose, sir. Sir, schedule lang po ng ICI. You said, tama ba, December 15 will be the last working day for the meeting?
No, not working day. Yun yung last
hearing.
Supposed hearing. Once kung magkaroon ng confirmation, then that will be our last hearing date. But of course, the work of the commission will continue until December 24.
24? So sir, so from today, we stand by 11? So from
11.
December 11 to the 24th, will you be submitting any referrals to the ombudsman?
It depends on the case build-up, no? Kung makompleto namin ang case build-up before that date, then we will refer it to the Office of the Ombudsman. Kumbaga, there should be no reason for delay. Ganun naman kami dito eh. Pagka makompleto na yung case build-up, the referral is complete, then we will go to the Ombudsman and sasabit namin yan.
But as things stand now, wala bang namumuong referral?
Pero continue, hindi sa namumuo, continue pa rin ang case build-up. Part yan ng proseso. No? So, pagka makompleto na talaga yan, then we will submit it to the Office of the Ombudsman. We just cannot tell you kung anong stage na yan ng bawat isa. No? Kasi marami naman yung mga kaso na iniimbestiga ng Commission.
Last one na yan. So 48, sir, yung third CIDG batch yan, diba? But prior to that, there's a second one.
80 plus, I believe. And 90 plus.
90 plus.
90 plus.
So can you just walk us through magiging process dito and what's going to be the outcome? Ano ba yung nature ng documents? Or is this reports of, not reports, but documents on the flood control projects, pero walang determination ng CIDG whether this can be considered suspected ghost flood projects? Just the nature of the documents.
Yeah, sure. John, ano kasi yan, no? As we mentioned before, we are targeting the ghost projects, no? So, Joseph, yun yung ghost projects na 421. However, pinaliit pa natin yung ating kumbaga target in the sense that we're looking at the 15 top contractors mentioned by the President. Top 15, di ba? 15. So ngayon, yung top 15 na yan, we're looking at the 80 alleged ghost projects that were awarded to them. So yan yung mga documents na yan na kinukuha ng PNP, CIDG, for our case build-up. Kasi very important sa amin yung mga dokumentong yan. Dahil dyan nakasalalay yung aming case build-up and our investigation, and just to make sure that these are kasi sabi mo nga, alleged ghost projects yan. So these documents will be very important to verify that fact.
So records yun, sir, wala bang hindi pa nag-certain yung CIDG na these are pwede na for cases, no? Parang kung baka namuha lang sila, no?
And the eventual determination on whether or not a case can be referred to the Office of the Ombudsman will lie with the ICI. Okay. Okay na. Last ko na.
Hi, sir. Joe po from
Hi, Joe.
Sir, yung sa pure validation ng PNP, kamusta yung ginagawa nila sa 421?
Ayan nga, tuloy-tuloy naman yung mga ginagawa nila. No? So, we want to make sure dumating nga yung mga dokumentong yan. And then we will look into it. Pagka meron nga talagang suspected, kumbaga, ma-verify na ghost projects to, we will make sure that there will be documents that will prove that it is ghost. So, ihahanda namin lahat yan.
Wala po pong initial dun sa mga pinuntahan?
Hindi pa namin nakikita lahat ng mga dokumento na yan. So, titingnan namin yan isa-isa. Pagka meron tayong makita na talagang ghost projects, then we will subject it again to a confirmation because we want the case to be strong. We want to make sure that there is enough evidence and proof. Mapakita talaga na ito ay mga ghost projects, mga hindi na itayo or itinayo ulit doon sa same site. Ayan yung technical side nandiyon. So we have to make sure that these are really ghost projects, and as you've seen, nakita naman ninyo yung delivery yan, kahon-kahon yun, that we would need time also to look into it.
Can you provide context po kung ano ba talaga yung naman ng boxes? Kasi ang nakalagay doon ay yung nakapaskil ay yung from what region and yung contractors. Pero ano ba yung laman?
Well, these are documents pertaining to the projects, no? Bid documents, maraming mga documents na magpapatunay kung whether or not these are really ghost projects.
Siguro last na po from my end, TWG Asset Recovery Meeting, virtual meeting na lang pero wala pang po.
Hindi ko alam kung anong rason kung bakit hindi naka-attend yung mga ibang mga invitees, no? But definitely naman they have their reasons kaya nga na-reset yan. But as to the previous TWGs naman, nakita naman natin that they were all here. It just so happened, I don't know, for whatever reason or anything, that hindi lang natuloy yung last one. But we will inform you when the next TWG meeting will be.
Sir, may reports dun sa TWG na wala kong attend. Does this affect yung somehow may umattend? Does this affect yung pag-uusap nyo with regards sa asset recovery, considering na may mga nakalabas na assets na kasama ko sa iniimbestigahan?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, yung agenda for the last was a MOA, no? MOA coordination. May magkakaroon ng memorandum of agreement among the agencies on the parameters of the cooperation between the various government agencies. Now, yan yung itatakal dapat na last this week, no? So, hindi natuloy, but we will push through for that.
Pero with the timeline sa asset recovery, meron bang specific timeline ang grupo kung kailan makikita na talaga yung nabalik ko? Alam
nyo, yung timeline na yan, it's really moving, no? Kasi hindi natin alam kung ano yung lawak na tinitignan natin na pwedeng ma-recover, no? Para sa ICI, it's not the timeline, but it's the amount. So the more money that can be recovered, it would be best for the Filipino people.
Sir, last sa ENCO, how do you treat yung mga nagpapasa ng letter dito sa ICI?
Oh, we treat it. Talagang tinitingnan namin yan, no? We want to make sure kung may basis nga ito mga first, di ba? These are information. Tinatanggap namin yan for whatever it's worth. But despite the fact that we received them, we have to verify them.
Meron na po ba sa mga na-refer nyo sa ombudsman na naging basis yung mga sinisend na letter dito sa ICI?
I cannot answer that question specifically, right? I have to check first.
Endorser lang mas.
Ito na.
Sorry, tanong na po. Are we looking to invite again yung mga personalities na initially na humarap na po? We know Sec. Pangandaman resigned from her position, and then may ilan pa po doon na mga official na are we planning to invite them
yes.
again?
If there is a need to invite them, we will invite them. I believe on December, ito na medyo napaaga na lang announcing, pero wala pang confirmation. We plan to invite former Yusek Cabral.
When?
15.
15, sir?
Yan na yung possible last, ano na. And we are hoping that she appears.
Why?
So,
Why, sir? Ano
Well,
kailangan?
I cannot divulge that, but there are information that the commission would want to get from her.
May kinalaman pa siya dun sa video statement ni former Rep. Zaldico.
Wala naman. The commission just wants to verify certain information. More information. Last na to, ha?
Continuation pa lang
Last
sa
budget,
question.
sir.
From my end.
Grabe naman kayo.
Touch na lang, sir.
Yes, so si Congressman Pulong Duterte po kasi diba sinasabi na parang limitado lamang sa I believe this was answered naman. Pero at least at sa mga paparating pang mga personalities. Kasi there are congressmen who said that House Speaker Leader Poji instructed them to cooperate with the ICI for the investigation na ginagawa po nito. But Representative Pulong Duterte has a different narrative, no? Sinasabi niya na yung Executive Order 94 is for executive lang daw and hindi sa legislatura, sa kanila po sa Kongreso. Can you clarify or like maybe make the line clear po, no, yung border? Ano ba talaga? Dapat ba pumarap pa rin talaga sila regardless kung ano part ng agency po sila na government?
Well, based on the executive order, there's no limitation on that, no? But of course, there are certain doctrines. For example, yung sinasite nila, no, that it's limited only to the executive. But nevertheless, there are lawmakers appearing before us. We've invited them. They've appeared because they want to share their information with the commission. So, as I mentioned before, until there is a competent authority or court that will say that the creation of the ICI is legally infirm, we will continue with our investigation. And we will continue to invite personalities who may provide valuable information.
Will you invite him again?
Wala pang nade-decide ang commission whether or not another invitation will be sent to the congressman. Okay? Last na.
Last.
Ganun ba? Papasko na.
Yes.
Year-end.
Year-end press con. Ganun year-end.
Attorney, you said earlier na pinalit na natin yung target natin within the top 15 contractors mentioned by the President and only 421 ghost flood control projects. Are we confident that we can finish all the investigation, the case build-up, and the case referrals before an independent people's commission can be created?
It depends really on the evidence that will be sent to us, no? Kasi nakita nga natin ang daming dokumentong pinadala dyan, no? So it will take time for us to be able to scour through those documents. Now, correct ko lang yung sinabi na nagbago yung target, no? Mas nag-concentrate lang kami dito, but it doesn't prevent us from investigating or doing case build-up on any project not included in those 80 that I mentioned earlier. Basta't makompleto yung document, yung case build-up, regardless kung nasa 80 yan or nandun sa top 15, we will give it or we will submit the referral to the Office of the Ombudsman.
But sir, based on your assessment, what do you think will be the ICI's biggest achievement before we shift to an independent people's commission?
Biggest achievement. What? The biggest achievement would be probably, two-folds naman yan, no? Sinasabi ko nga sa inyo, we refer cases to the Ombudsman. These are criminal charges, administrative charges, and we know for a fact na nagbunga na, no? There was already a case filed before the Office of the Ombudsman, before the Sandigan Bayan. Warrants of arrest were already issued. People were already arrested, brought to the jurisdiction of the courts. For the commission, that is a big thing. Why? Because it shows that the process or the system works. So that would be a very big achievement in the sense that we can show the people that the commission, as per its creation and its mandate, will be able to assure them that our system works. It'll just take time. It'll just take time, and but if things will continue, regardless of whether or not there's a new commission created by law, it will now tell the people that we are here to investigate, and the system will work.
Pero ED, anong masasabi niyo dun sa public na may mga nakukulong nga, may mga naaaresto, pero this is not yung mga big fish na tinutukoy. So, anong take niyo doon? Kasi we have cases na nga sa Sandigan Bayan, may warrant of arrest, pero parang nasa ilalim pa rin tayo, so hindi pa natin nakukuha yung big fish eh.
Hindi naman ilalim yun, no? Importante kasi sa atin mapanagot yung mga may sala talaga, no? As I said, it'll take time. Hindi ito basta-basta magagawa with just a snap of a finger, magkakaroon na tayo ng result. But the result that we want to achieve will have to go through the process. Kasama yung sistema natin sa bansa, no? Due process, we need to gather enough evidence. We have to meet that quantum of evidence. And pag magawa yun, dyan magkikick in ngayon yung justisya. But it is something that is part of the process. And as I said earlier, napatunayan na nga na because of the creation of the ICI, nagkaroon ng investigation, nagkaroon ng case build-up, nagkaroon ng referral to the Office of the Ombudsman. They did their preliminary investigation in accordance with law. Case was filed before the Sandigan Bayan. Warrants of arrest were issued. People were brought to jail. And let's just wait again for the process as far as the courts are concerned. But nevertheless, as far as the investigation of the ICI is concerned, magpapatuloy naman.
Attorney, last na lang po.
Okay, last na. Sabi na ni John. Sabi na ni Johnson, last na. Okay.
Given the action takes to the voluntary surrender of Sarah to the NBI, how will it affect the investigation of the ICI and possible case builder?
Well, hindi ko alam kung ano magiging epekto niyan na kumbaga specifically, no? But as I announced before, they already refused to appear before the ICI. But ang problemang to kasi hindi lang naman nakadikit sa mga diskayas. Marami pang iba dyan eh. So we will continue, papapatuloy aming investigation regardless kung sino man ang personalities dyan. So as far as the effect of this statement by the disguise are concerned or this surrender is concerned, we cannot speculate, Johnson.
So, yung pong last so yung procedure lang now that si Commissioner Singson will be out by December 15, you mentioned that you may continue pero not necessarily hearings. Can we elaborate? Sabi ng si Justice na parang table hearings. Paano yung magiging natin form by next year siguro?
Siguro ang mini-mention ni Justice table hearings case build-up na because there are documents that have been submitted to us. So, yan yung titignan namin. Because that will be part of these referrals. Nakalagay naman yung mga documents, evidence na isasubmit namin sa Office of the Ombudsman. So, yan yung probably na sinasabi ni Justice. But nevertheless, as I mentioned earlier, 2 of the 3 commissioners will still be present. They are still part of the commission. And for me, that can still be sufficient basis for the commission to continue. But it would really be best if we have a full commission, a complete commission.
Pero sir, magkaka-hearing pa kayo, magpapatawag pa kayo ng resource?
Sa ngayon, wala pang decision ang commission on whether or not hearings will continue despite the commission lacking one member.
Pero up to the President,
yes, the prerogative to appoint a member of the ICI is with the President.
We can say that you've issued a subpoena to Yusek Abral for Monday.
Yes, I believe there was already a subpoena.
Subpoena sa intimidation.
Subpoena. All right, thank you.